Hi, hello, welcome back to another Onkruid video, welcome back to Megabonk. Episode maybe 8, maybe 9, I'm not sure. We're gonna change things up a little bit. First of all, I'm gonna indicate that we want to do the small boy challenge with our buddy Calcium here in tier 1 in the forest. Because we are gonna make some more horizontal progression. Why is... Oh, I was gonna say, why is the camera so zoomed out? But it is because we are small boys, of course. What is gonna change? The fact that I am not gonna edit my Megabonk videos anymore. I know. Everybody is screaming, everybody is yelling, everybody is shitting their pants. But it is... Let's go for lightning stuff this time, because we always go for fire stuff. It's a decision I make in order to be able to put out some content. And it's a decision I make in order to train myself to talk a little bit more slowly. I discussed it together with my buddy Wim, who seems to be enjoying the Megabonk session. The Megabonk recordings. Talked about him last time a little bit as well, last episode. And he told me, you know, drop some of the niche references because nobody gets them. Talk a little bit more slowly. And he didn't necessarily say that the editing was anything I should keep or get away from, but I think that it's gonna be easier for me. And it's gonna make it easier to maybe potentially put some editing effort into... Nah, I don't really want a sword, I think. I think I would rather have the gun, to be honest. I really love the gun weapon. Incentive to create some more other videos, some different Megabonk videos. I'll go for an uncommon damage upgrade, because if I only have to do editing for them, and I don't have to do editing for these videos as well, then the editing will become less of a hassle. So maybe try and get some more book content out there again. Maybe finally finish off my series on The Gift of Therapy by Irvin Yalom. Because I've been working on that series for years probably now. Yeah, definitely for years already. And working on it is maybe a little bit over the top as well. It is a bit on and off, to be honest. But sometimes you just get this burst of energy to record a specific set of videos. And at this point, right now, it is focused mainly on Megabonk. Like, I'm really enjoying my time in this game because it's so... I don't want to take damage. Because it's so lighthearted, simple in its premise, and smooth to play. I think I will refresh all of these and go for a regular old damage stone. A little bit boring. But if it is not broke, why would you in fact fix it? I am probably gonna play, I presume, like all my challenge runs with Calcium. Because I just love the character so much. And it might be a little bit boring because we will probably end up going for the same build over and over again. Which is a couple of ranged weapons together with some nice projectile count and attack speed. But what did I just say like 2 seconds ago? Oh, that's right. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing again this episode. We have found the boss portal over here, all the way tucked away in the corner of the map. I'm not going to let myself just drop down here, because that might be my downfall and my demise. But I do want to check out what is down here, because there seem to be quite some pots. Quite some pots at our disposal. And the name of the game is, of course, collecting pots in this early game. Looking for some items that help us open chests and complete shrines more easily, like wrenches and keys. I was gonna say speak of the devil, but no wrenches and keys inside. And then we will focus on doing more shrines. I think I am about to transition into shrine mode a little bit again, because there seem to be a bunch of them stacked up near each other right here. Grab the altars of greed along the way while we can. And I don't want any of these, to be honest. Could have banished the silver tome, because I'm not really at a point where I want to invest in the silver tome. I think I need my upgrades still to really be able to complete runs. And completing runs is the fastest way to some more silver. I'll go for some size, because we started off so small. I could use some additional size. Although I don't really know what size does, but I presume it makes you... Okay, legendary evasion upgrade. Makes you a little bit more beefy. You get smacked around a little bit less by the enemies. And that's something that's quite nice, because sometimes they just start ping-ponging you across the map. And although I didn't watch... There's a revolver. I didn't watch Marty Supreme yet, so I don't know what all this ping-pong jazz is about. I do know that I don't want to get ping-ponged around. Another cooldown tome upgrade, and we will be laughing all our way to the bank. I was a little bit jealous of my buddy Wim again, because I saw him making all this progress in Megabonk lately. He was sick at home, stomach flu if I'm not mistaken, and well yeah, Megabonk is like the perfect thing to do then, right? Because it's so brainless, mindless, you can just lose yourself in the moment you want it, you better never let it go. You do only get one shot, but in Megabonk you get way more than one shot. You get almost endless shots, to be honest. Unless if your breath runs out. Unless if the telomeres at the end of your chromosomes run out. That's, I guess, also a niche reference, but it is just a biology reference. So I don't need to include any memes or footage here, because it's just how your body works. And everybody watching this video has a functioning human body, so you know what I'm talking about. You feel your telomeres shortening. I don't know if my pronunciation is, to be honest, correct there, but that's okay. We just unlocked our first skin, Dark Calcium. Oh, there's a bunch of shrines over here in this area, still beautiful. Some more attack speed to deal with the swarm. I think I would rather have some more damage to elites than mess with too many of the power-ups, because power-ups are random, and damage to elites, that is more damage still. That is more of a constant upgrade, you know, that's something you can count on anytime. Again, give me more damage to elites, because we are spawning quite a bunch of them with this difficulty rating that we are at already. I'm glad with the Borgars, because we need them too. And I think a Precision Tome is right up our alley. Even more regular old damage to help us get to a point where our crit damage really starts to pop off. But I think I do see quite a nice amount of yellow numbers on screen already. Does it entail any different focus now that I'm not editing anymore? No, not really. I'm still just gonna be rambling about everything and nothing at the same time. Like how today, my day got switched around a little bit. I was supposed to see only 2 clients, which is weird, because ever since, well, since like 2 years, I think, my agenda has been full to the brim. Oh, lightning orb. So I'm not used to this anymore. I'm not used to having these half-empty days where you don't fill up your agenda to a large extent. But it was kind of nice to feel this again. The only problem is, or the only real surprising thing was, that normally I had my clients, in my mind, I had my clients at 9 in the morning. I had to wake up nice and early because I wanted to shower before work as well. And at 2 in the afternoon. I was kind of expecting to just spend a lot of free time at work reading and doing some admin work, but all of a sudden, at 11, I want to go to the store. I grab my little bag, put it over my shoulder, and I start hippity-hoppeting through our waiting room in our group practice to go outside to go to the store. And my client that I was gonna see at 2 o'clock is just sitting there staring at me like, "Sup, dude?" So I just stare back at him like, "Sup, dude?" And for 1 second, I thought like, oh, he's probably here to see a physiotherapist or a psychiatrist. But then I remember he doesn't have any appointments like that in our group practice. And I'm just like, okay, guess I'm not going to the store right now. And I was in fact not going to the store because apparently he had noted as an agenda that he was welcome at 11. Luckily enough, my day was, well, luckily enough, it was a rare day that was so shit, that was so empty, because I could just let him in and start seeing him at the hour he was there. Because otherwise, well, that would have been a tough pill to swallow. There was a world was possible where I would have just been sitting there in my room reading, not going into the waiting room and not realizing that he was there waiting for me. I do hope that he would have sent me like a message, a text message after a couple of minutes saying like, did something go wrong? Are you here? Is our appointment right now? But I'm not sure. I'm not certain. It's a little bit of a shy person, a little bit of a socially awkward person. So I don't know if he would have really sent me a message. I do hope. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. He is extremely polite also, for example, so it doesn't have to be awkwardness. Maybe he's just a very polite human being, and I appreciate him greatly. Also because his therapy is quite interesting, because he struggles with some existential themes. And as avid Onkruid viewers know, that is often the themes that I am the most interested in. people's existence, people's relationship to existence, people's relationship to connectedness, to loneliness, to meaninglessness, and to finding and creating meaning in life. More creating meaning than finding meaning, if we can believe the work of people like Viktor Frankl, which I choose to do, because his work and his book Man's Search for Meaning has been kind of the most inspiring to me throughout my entire process of becoming a therapist, I think. That and The Naked Therapist by Peter Rober, video on which is on the channel. 2 more bosses, let's test our damage. Doesn't seem too bad. I wonder why we got the stone golems first and now only Chunkham the Terrible. I feel like that was the first time that has ever happened. That's a little bit late for a key to start showing up, but okay, I guess. Let's increase the difficulty a little bit more, because that damage test was quite satisfying. Do we have a microwave here, or is it a shady guy? It is in fact a shady guy with a red hat, so that is not bad. I would like Bob. It's an item we unlocked last episode, and so now for every 14 squares it is that we travel, we get a little Bob familiar to help us out. Let me activate the boss altar as well, and then it appears that there is one more shrine up here, and I do presume that we have then had all of them. What is our crit chance looking like? 46%. I think with our gun-specific crit chance added to that, I can presume... Can we see that as well? No, we can't. I will go for some lifesteal. With our gun crit chance added to that, I think our gun will probably be critting almost every single shot, or every single shot, but our regular hits can still use some additional crit chance. Not a lot of luck on the chest items this time around. No legendaries. Okay, this is gonna be ballsy, but I guess it's not so ballsy. I guess our damage really is up there. Don't get it twisted, we are of course only playing tier 1 in the forest, so it is kind of expected, especially on our main character, on Calcium, whom we love and adore. It's kind of expected that we have such ease completing this map, this challenge. But still, surprising, because that really was like a lot of damage. I will go for one more chest, for which we do have the gold. If our key pops, go for 2 chests. I was gonna say, but obviously it is not gonna pop, but hey, shows you what pessimism brings you in life. Nothing at all. The boss portal is up there. Okay, we need to make our way over there, because we don't have a build that will survive the final swarm all too long, I think. I believe we have to go down here and then up along this way. We still have quite a way to go to the boss portal. The first minute of final swarm, that is doable, but if we don't kill our bosses within that second minute, I think we might be in a bunch of trouble, and we have 3 bosses to kill. Let's open a chest. There we go. Let's get this chest. I think I just heard another chest dropping somewhere. But I'm not going to focus on that right now. I'm not going to focus on looking for it. I'm going to focus on just dealing massive amounts of damage to these little barks. Where is the third one? That is worrying me a little bit. Okay, it's all the way over there for some reason. Make sure we don't get smacked off the edge here, because that will deliver us a probably killing blow with the amount of falling damage that would entail. But now I think all there is left for us to do is kill this little bark, and then just survive as long as possible, and then we will have completed this challenge as well, the small boy challenge. Easy enough. Easy enough, and granting us even more passive silver income. Lovely. Lovely stuff. There we go. Small boy, forest tier 1, small boy. That is the second challenge we have completed. And now I think we will... Ooh, Tony McSoom. McSoom is nice, because that sounds like it's another speedy character. And now we get our elite item. That is a little bit too late, but I guess it's fine. I guess that is 40% extra damage if I'm not mistaken. Let's go for another attack speed upgrade, another precision tome, a damage tome. In these stages of the game, as you have noticed, I often just go for the best color, and I don't spend too much time looking at what I'm actually buying anymore. And I think that's often a safe bet. What else is there to do for us right now? just roam around a little bit. And roam around as far as possible, and, as to spawn as many mobs, he's dead, as possible. But other than that, we don't have any crazy lifesteal build, we don't have any crazy shielding, so as soon as we get hit once or twice, I do feel like the run is probably gonna be over, but I feel like we had quite a nice run. And we had just a nice, not only attempt, but a nice success at completing our challenge. I don't think we're gonna collect enough gold to open another chest, and I don't think one more chest would really make the difference at this point in time. I want to open that pot. I want to open this pot right here. Oh yeah, game changer. Maybe that contains some silver. Who knows? I couldn't see it. I don't think you could because of what's happening on the screen. And I think we are about to end off our run with a nice final total of 35 silver. Which we should maybe remember to save up for that additional weapon slot. No? A nice amount of unlocks. And now we have plus 2% standard silver. Ooh. 8 silver for that quest. That is beautiful. Let's see. So now we have... Do you need to unlock the cosmetic on calcium, or do you just get it? I think you do just get it. I guess I would like to wait for 125 silver, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's... but that is a lot, 125. That is a lot, isn't it? Nah. You know. Time enough. Chances enough. Let's just unlock all the items so that we can get even stronger runs. And because we have exactly 18 gold, I would rather have both of these items. Beautiful. 0 silver remaining. If we now select calcium for the next time. Okay, well, I guess the cosmetic upgrade is not as important, but it would make us look a whole lot cooler. And why am I not wearing my Santa hat, which I purchased? Well, because I don't really like that aesthetic, but hey. That doesn't matter. If we go into tier 2, we have more challenges. So that's even more to unlock. And these, oh, they only give plus 1% as well. I would have presumed them to give plus 2%. But maybe next episode we can go for reach the final swarm without moving. This seems to be almost impossible, but I think we will do that with Sir Oofy or with Mega Chat, maybe. Yeah, maybe with Mega Chat. Let's try that out next episode. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this unedited format, but I think it's gonna make it easier for me to upload some content if I ever want to have a YouTube channel at this stage of my life, because otherwise if I want to edit every video that I put out, it's never, ever gonna work. This guy is on a hoverboard. Bye bye.